Hi guys, I'd like to take you guys through the process of how to upload or to back up your project on GitHub. So first and foremost, let me quickly log into my GitHub account. So github.com, and because I'm going to back up my project, I simply need to what's this guy? This is not my account. Let me just sign out this account so I can log into my personal account. So yeah, on github.com, let me sign in, and quickly, let me have my username here. You can actually use your username or password. As you can see, it is username or password. And quickly, let me just use my password right here very fast. Not the correct password. And looks like I've been sent some verification code. Let me quickly verify these and let's continue. Oh, yeah, I verified that and now I'm logged in. And as you can see, I can navigate through a certain menu right on this right side. So I can navigate my account. Yeah. And so quickly, if I want to see all the projects that I've been creating before, so I just can click on your repositories, and I'm sure this is going to load very fast so we can see. I can see my projects right here. So if I wanted to back up any of my projects, yeah, I'm just simply gonna click on either new repository here, or right up here, I can choose the new repository, whichever that works for you. Just click, and I can create a website, a repository, so I can back up my website called maybe, I can just be so general, professional restaurant website. Yeah, I can leave it as public as it is. Then let me just say, create repository right here. So once I have this, I'm going to use these commands right here to assist me have an accelerated way of backing up this code. So quickly, for me to back up my code, so I'm simply going to navigate my computer like through down here. And so on the home, so those of you, I'm actually going to back up a Python project. And so I am on this computer is installed with PyCharm, and every project I've always created in PyCharm, it will always just go on a folder that is on this home directory, and the folder is called PyCharm projects right here. And on this PyCharm project, here is my pro restaurant website. I had created these previously. So if you already have your own project as well, just click on that particular project to get inside there. And so inside this project, you could just right click and select the option for open in terminal. But if you are opening, you are using a Windows operating system per se, I'm expecting that at some point you are going to Google or research on how to install Git on your computer. Yeah, just download and install Git. Not GitHub, Git. Once you install Git, I know once it's installed and you come to such like a folder, for example, you right click, you should be able to see the option for Git bash here. That is for the Windows guys. But for Linux guys, yeah, open in terminal right here. And the very first thing that I'm going to do, let me just maximize this a little bit. The first thing that I'm going to do is to initialize my Git repository here. So I'm just going to say git init. Yeah, you see, it's going to tell me initialized empty Git, but I'm sure some of you guys might make a mistake of again running git init again, and you see it will say reinitialized. So at some point, if you have made a lot of errors and you don't know how to start, or you even closed this window and you don't know how to recover that, I'm sure just go to view, then on this folder, just go to view. Then right now, I know the option for show hidden files. For you guys, it is unchecked. Like right now, let me uncheck it. So I'm sure when you just click on view, then you check this option for show hidden files, it will show this Git file. So if you want to repeat the entire procedure, that means you right click on this Git, delete it before you start afresh. Otherwise, it will give you a lot of challenges. So I've deleted that just for you guys to know. Let me start again, right click, open in terminal. Then I can just quickly say, let me maximize it right here. say git init, enter, and quickly, if I can just show you here, you see already Git has already been initialized again. Yeah, so let me proceed. And so now the next command is gonna be, I'm using these commands here, so git init. Then the next one is git add, but again, I'm going to use a dot to mean all. So git add dot, but again, I'm putting a space with a flag F to force files. If there are those files that will want to, will be too stubborn to be added to the repository. So let me just force hit enter, give it a few seconds, and boom, here we are. And the next line of code should be, git commit. But again, even before I go any further, I need to introduce myself to GitHub. So I'm just simply going to say git config user.name. Then the username is, I'm going to use my username here. Then git config again, user.email. Then I'm going to use my email. Sorry. I'm going to use my email as kinwanyama01@gmail.com. Okay, then the next command is this one here. I can just copy it. Copy, then right click here and paste. Yeah, copy is Control C. If you don't know that, that's not what I need to have. Why? Let me just right click on these and copy, come here, right click and paste. Good. Yeah, so we can just hit enter and all those files have been committed. Yeah, so the next thing is to create a branch. So I advise that if you're working in a team, that's when you may need this branch, so you can be pushing your changes to your own branch. But in the meantime, I'm not creating this branch. Let me just copy this URL that links my remote with my computer right here, my local computer. Just right click and paste and hit enter. Okay, then finally this line of code here, right click, copy, and right click here, paste. But again, I'm just changing this last part to master because I did create the branch main. Yeah, so hit enter. It's going to, for the Windows guys, perhaps it's just gonna launch some sort of a window for you to log in and the authentication will be complete. But as for Linux guys, you need to give your username. That's my username, Wanyama01. And the password, I need to go and generate. an authentication token. Yeah. So quickly, that means I can just go to my GitHub and to generate that authentication token, because I can't use my normal password. GitHub restricted that a long time ago. And so I'm just going to go to this part right here, then go to the settings section. So right here on settings, I can scroll down to this other side to developer settings. And so I can just create the go to personal access token section. Then I'm going to use the tokens classic version right here. Up here, I can click on generate new token. Then I'm using the generate new token classic version. Then this one, I can say maybe pro, maybe web pass, maybe. Yeah, just right here, anything. This is for me, just for now. Yeah, so I can also choose the number of days the token is going to be live. Let me just select 7 days. So past that, it's going to be expired. Yeah, so this part here, I can just select that. I can select this as well, 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 select this as well. Let me just quickly select these. Sorry. And like down here as well. Then just say generate token. After which, once the token is generated, look at this disclaimer right up here. The disclaimer is make sure to copy your personal access token right now. If you don't, you won't be able to see it again. So that means I must copy this. If I want to use it next time, I can just easily, if I want to use it next time, I can just easily go and back it up somewhere. But again, I discourage those guys some of you guys that are selecting the token just like this. then you right click to copy. No, this might give you errors. So I'm advising just click here and it's copied. So that once it's copied, we can come back to our terminal where it's asking for the password. Just right click and paste. So I have pasted, but it's looking like as though there's no data here. So this should not give you any worries because I'm sure it is there. So when I hit on enter, give it a couple of seconds and it's uploading my project. Writing object is 11% now. Let me give it a couple of seconds, then let's proceed once it is done. Okay, so as you can see right now, it's been pushed successfully. And I mean, let me just show you the terminal. Yeah, it's been pushed successfully to 100%, and I've pushed it to the master branch, and that's all that I needed. Such that now next time I come to my GitHub, I can just click up here and go to my repositories, and quickly, as you can see, let it just refresh. Here is my professional restaurant website. When I click here, and here is my entire code. Here is my entire code. And so I can, if I wanted to download this as well, I can just click here and download zip. But there is even a more better way of how to download it using this URL right here. Yeah. For example, you can click on download zip, but also if you wanted to use this URL to download, just first of all, click on this part here to copy that URL, so that if you want to download this on whichever folder, I mean, let me assume I want to go on the desktop, like, or on documents right here, or on desktop, for instance. So right here, assuming I want to download something to the desktop, yeah. So let me just right click here and say open in terminal here. So I'm opening another terminal, and you can see it is ending in desktop. So I can just simply say git clone space. I can right click here and just paste the URL I copied, hit enter. And as you can see, I'm cloning into this folder called professional website. Professional website folder. It's downloading, is at 5%. So this is gonna be quite quick to download. But again, if you also want to do it using the download zip, is one and the same thing. You're going to download your code, but it's gonna be in a zipped format, and so you'll have to unzip it for you to use it. So quickly, let this finish before we can end our session. Yeah, clearly, as you can see, it's downloaded. If I just go to my desktop here, there's a folder called professional restaurant website, and it has all my code as well. Yeah, so on the desktop, that's another way of how you can download these. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it for our class today. Bye bye for now, and see you in our next lecture.